The El Segundo Times over the years has brought us many, many, many laughable writers, really. Steve Lopez, Robin Abkarian, James Rainey.
Oh, I remember that guy.
He's gone, yeah. The latest, because I think she's new. I think she only came on the radar last year unless she just wasn't writing columns.
What's her first name, Nita?
Nita Lelyveld.
Nita Lelyveld. I got to say, Nita Lelyveld is the silliest, most foolish woman I've ever seen given a newspaper column.
She may have moved to the top of the charts. Now, Robin Abkarian is a lot of hoots. Yeah. Oh, we forgot about what's Hiltzig?
Michael Hiltzig, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I know.
And who's the one that you've been a naughty boy, haven't you?
Oh, the
Lazarus?
Lazarus, yeah. It is a Hall of Fame collection.
It really is. Seems like they never leave.
Just one ninny after another.
So she went on a listening tour. No, seriously, she used the term, a listening tour. I had some questions I needed answered, so I went in search of experts, not in nonprofit or government offices, but on a dirt slope besides the southbound 101, or in an alley off of Fairfax Avenue, at a scraggly encampment on a trash-strewn block in Van Nuys. What she's doing is she went to talk to the vagrants. She says the way to help the homeless is to talk to them and ask them what they need. What do they want?
Can we have the piano, please? This is actually what she wrote. I keep saying that we as individuals have to jump in with direct help too. But how? How to start? What is useful? What comforts? What nuts and bolts, practical aid can we offer? Readers keep asking me these questions. I keep asking them of myself.
It only makes sense. My own gut and people who already do this tell me to pose the questions to those living and hoping not to die on our streets.
On Van Nuys Boulevard, I ask a too thin woman, too thinly clothed for the cool day, and waited it out as her too rapid thoughts flitted and flickered like fireflies in the dark.
Oh, it's a good analogy. I like that.
She was wearing a tank top, a very light cardigan, worn-out jeans. Her bare feet were in flip-flops. When she finally landed on my questions, she was blunt.
Now, take that to mean that this woman just babbled like a mental patient.
Right.
And maybe finally, after 20 minutes, figured out I was asking her something. She said she doesn't understand why people donate their clothes to thrift shops, which sell them, instead of bringing them to the people like her who have nothing.
Because she's entitled to free clothing? We're also
cut out the middleman.
Instead of selling our old clothes and getting some money back, we're supposed to just give them to her because she can't stop taking drugs, and that's my problem?
Is there not something I need? Look at me. It's January. Do you have a sweater, a jacket, some boots? Give something, said Denise Malloy.
Give
54.
something.
54.
Give something. 54-year-old woman. Middle-class people, she said, get themselves new cars every few years. Just give us the clothes you don't wear. Just give it to us? Again, because why? You can't go get a job and earn the money, buy your own clothes? What's stopping you?
On the Laurel Canyon off-ramp of the 101, a 67-year-old holding a cardboard sign that read homeless, every little bit helps, made me alternatively burst out laughing and want to weep. As she responded to my inquiries and I watched the drivers of Mercedes and Porsches stare straight ahead. Oh, God. Stare straight ahead, eyes flat, avoiding any contact with her.
Well, because you don't want to make eye contact.
Wow, that was a real shot at, quote, the wealthy.
Right, because people aren't entitled to buy a nice car if they earn their money, right?
And they're entitled not to be harassed by a dope holding a sign at a freeway ramp.
People go to work every day. They work long hours for many years. They get educated. And then they buy a nice car to reward themselves. And it's like, well, you have a nice car, and you're not even making eye contact.
You're heartless.
With who? Maybe like the guy in Venice who tried to kidnap that 6-year-old? Should we make eye contact with him? So he steals our daughters and rapes them or kills them?
What kind of help helps her most? What helps least? Do many people offer her aid? Are they kind? On a practical front, said this woman born in Brooklyn, New York, who asked that I only use her first name, please spare her the Cliff Bar passed out the car window. I've never tasted anything so bad, they taste like cardboard. Wow. Granola bars are better, she said, but not with the hard peanuts. Oh, she's getting picky, isn't she?
Oh, we'll make a note of it. Yeah, free granola bars, but no Cliff Bars. Although, I got to agree on the Cliff Bar. I've never tasted anything so bad
Beggars
either.
can't be choosers.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear that cliche?
That's a good one. Did you just make that up?
I did. You can write it down.
That's pretty cool.
She's often wary of the home-cooked leftovers handed over, probably with the best intentions by a stranger. And what's she going to do with the giant trays left over from parties, sometimes dumped in her underpass?
Wait a second. With all the garbage, all the trash, all the stolen furniture, she's turning down a leftover meal because what am I going to do with the trays? It clutters up the underpass. Seriously?
Well, it's because she doesn't have a refrigerator, John, so she can only eat a bit of it.
That's right. Excess is hard with no refrigerator. Perishable food starts to rot. She'd prefer a gift card to pick up a meal. Say it's Subway's or McDonald's. So remember that. The vagrants under the overpass, they'd like gift cards.
Please.
And no Cliff Bars.
And no Cliff Bars, granola bars. She'd also appreciate, of course, cigarettes, Camel 99s. She smoked for 57 years and she's not quitting now. Oh, packets of cherry Kool-Aid, John, to flavor her water.
Make sure it's cherry, though.
Are you marking this down, Deborah?
Yeah. And blankets are good in the winter and even in the summer to lay on. I don't know if you've ever slept on cement. It's kind of hard, you know.
And there's more. Pet food for a dog, sanitary pads, loaded tap cards to help them travel to the welfare office. How about toilets and trash cans? Would you like us to just bring you a living room and a bedroom?
We got to give them a card so they can take the bus to the welfare office, where there's more of our money waiting for them.
Shannon Sewell, who might look tough at first glance, told me a lot of things that would be useful to her. Medicine for headaches and colds, stomach aches. We need aspirin. And please, do not proselytize.
She doesn't like people who try to stomach punch you with AA.
Alcoholics Anonymous.
She's frank about her vices, mainly crystal meth.
Don't hand me a piece of Bible literature. I'm quite aware of where I stand there. Wow.
I don't need to read the Bible. I want an apartment. I want my own set of towels.
What she's run into is a bunch of entitled people.
She's blasted
because they don't take responsibility for themselves, now have demands on us.
She's blasted out on crystal meth. It's like, well, I want an apartment. I want a new set of towels. Yeah, I'm going to stop for them. A lot of sympathy there. Nita Lelyveld.
She is
this the dopiest column anybody has ever written in the LA Times? I know that's a big statement to make, but good Lord.
She went out there with a little pad and her recorder, and she talked to the vagrants about what they want.
She does make Robin and Carrie look like a minor leaguer here. I mean, this is John and Ken Show. John Cobell, Ken Champo, KFI, AM 640 Live.